All right, ladies, thank you for taking time out of your night to hop on. Nicolette is going to be helping us with kind of all things Instagram. As most of you guys know, I have been in this industry for several years now and built a fairly successful business on Facebook. And while Facebook is still working, it's not working the way it used to work, at least for me. And I know that some of you guys are kind of feeling the same way. And I know that you all basically duplicate what I do. And so Nicolette and I met last week, and I'm going to pivot a little bit and start tapping more into Instagram instead of just leaving it on the back burner. And so I thought it would be helpful for her to come and share some of the stuff that she shared with me because most of you guys know I don't love Instagram, but that is where business growth is. So I'm going to be learning it right alongside of you. And I figured who best to teach us than the queen of content herself, Miss Nicolette Anderson.
Well, hi, I'm really excited about this because I love Instagram, but it did not start off that way. I remember when Instagram first came around, I was just like, are you joking me? I'm not doing this app. I don't understand it. And then it came out with stories, and then it came out with reels, and it was always something new. And I'm like, what is all of this? But when you can really start to leverage it the right way, which it's easier now more than ever to understand how to leverage it the right way because of ChatGPT. Um, your reach and your growth will be exponentially higher than what you could do on Facebook because your personal Facebook page, right? You have to go and proactively friend request. You have up to 5,000 spots where you can add friends, which is great. You can absolutely build a six-figure business with 5,000 connections on Facebook. But if you want that exponential reach and growth, Instagram is going to be the place to get it the fastest. So I just want to do a quick checklist while I have you guys, just some like, here's how we prime and prep Instagram, just so you can make sure that your actual account is set up for success as a beginner getting started on Instagram. So go look at your Instagram account, and we're going to talk through a couple of things before I get into like the juicy tips. So number one, when you go to your profile, you want to make sure that your username is something that's easy to remember, right? It should be first name dot last name. Or if you don't want your first name and last name, it could be your name dot wellness or something like that. But if it's tough to remember, or if it's just letters and numbers or something that's irrelevant to who you are, then people won't be able to find you or rediscover you if they do happen upon you. And you want to be searchable, right? You want to be found. So getting your name set up, your username, so people know who you are and they can remember it is key. I highly recommend first name, last name. That's mine. But again, if you don't want your full name on there, first name dot wellness or first name dot whatever adjective you want to use to describe who you are and what you offer. Then is your profile picture. Your profile picture should be a picture of you, just you. So people can see it and they can see your face. And while it sounds crazy, somebody being able to see a picture of you, your head, your eyes, your smile immediately builds more trust. Rather than if it's like a zoomed out family photo, they're like, well, I can't really see her. I'm not even sure which one she is, or if it's a picture of a plant or an animal, we got to change it immediately. So try to make sure that your profile is a clear picture of you and your smiling face. Now, when it comes to Instagram bio, you have a little bit of room in there to put keywords that are going to actually cause your account to be searchable, right? You need to make sure your account is public so people can find you, okay? But if you put in your first area here your name, or you could even put in first name hormone health, first name gut health, whatever it is you're most passionate about talking about when it comes to TrueKnot products and supplements. Put that along with your name, because this line right here is search engine optimized. So, for example, let's say I was an Instagram coach and I put in Nicolette Instagram mentor. If somebody was on Instagram searching Instagram mentor, my account would pop up. So if you put in searchable terms like that with your name, then you're going to be more searchable. Now, the rest of your account or the rest of your bio should really be left to explaining how you help other people, right? Why are you here? What content are you going to produce to help people who stumble across your profile? This is going to be wellness related, obviously, because of Trinot, but this can also be related to your life phase, your hobbies, right? Like Amber, she can run with homeschooling, homesteading, and helping women make money from home in their spare time. Okay. Mine, I don't do anything cool or fun outside of work. So I just like to put funny hormone health, millennium mama things in there. So people know that, oh, she's a relatable, 1980s baby with a sense of humor. And then I go on and I share more about, education when it comes to hormone health, gut health, metabolic health, things like that. So who you help, what kinds of transformations can you help people achieve? How do you help them? And we're going to talk about maybe creating something free to include in your link in bio a little bit later. But for example, mine says, hey, mama, let me help you biohack hormones, metabolism, and energy. Look, hot, age, backwards, monetize your healthy era. And then the last line is free lazy girl lymphatic guide. Why something free? Because then people are like, ooh, a free gift in the link in bio. Let me click it because I want my free present, right? And when they go to link in bio, they're going to see ways they can contact me. They're going to see shoppable carts. They're going to see free downloads, all this stuff that gets them continued to click. And guess what? What this does is I haven't even talked to this person yet, but now we've had so many touch points through, they've read my bio, now they're clicking links, now they're seeing I've got something free. Maybe they've already clicked onto my Trinot website to shop some products. Whether they purchase or not doesn't matter. Those are more touch points. This is just building trust without our conversation even ever starting. So I'll go into link in bio a little bit more, but that space is definitely one that you want to use in there. Now we're going to keep scrolling down on our profile. So far we've done your username, your profile picture, your link in bio. Now the highlights section. This is a section that you can definitely leverage for your growth and your business. You want to make sure that you have a highlight that is either a start here or an about me. One of those two. That way, when somebody new discovers your page and they see, oh, an about me section or a start here section, they could tap in and immediately see stories of who you are, what your journey's been like, why you're here, why you're so passionate about this. You want to have a testimonial highlight, sharing how these products are working for other people. And you can easily go in and screenshot lots of testimonials from the Look Good, Feel Good group, or even the old group that we used to have, and just get that highlight started. And then as you go on in your business, anytime you share something that's a testimonial in your story, I just also add it to the highlight. You want to make sure that you have a business opportunity highlight, right? That way, when someone comes in, if they are immediately interested in learning more about the business, they can tap on the highlight and hear you talking about how people earn, or maybe see a link to go watch a recent replay of a call, maybe see some people who are being shouted out who are winning. So you build that credibility in the highlights so it's readily available. And the reason being is a lot of people, they just like to go on Instagram and just tinker around and go into full out stalker mode without having to have a conversation. Like, that's most of the Amazon influencers that I shop with. I don't want to talk to you. I just want the link. I will go dig in your bio and in your highlights to find it before I message you. Okay. So you're just giving people the same exact opportunity. You're making what you offer extremely discoverable. Another one that you want to have is, let's see, let me look at mine really quick. You want to have a couple that are relevant to you and your life phase, your journey, right? Like Amber, I told her she needs to have homeschooling and homesteading. I personally have requested a Tiny Tim highlight. I don't know if she'll do it or not, but just things that are relevant to you in your life, because when we're posting content, we're not only posting about Trinant. So when you have these other things, so you're attracting in people who have similar hobbies, who are in the same life phase, who maybe have the same type of work life that you do. Now you guys are relating to one another on another level. And again, that immediately builds trust. We haven't even had conversations yet. People are getting to know you. They're seeing testimonials. They're seeing products linked. They're seeing that you're this person outside of these health and wellness products that they feel like, gosh, I could probably be friends with her in real life. This is really cool. I just found a new buddy on Instagram. I'm going to follow this person and maybe we'll talk, maybe we won't, but I like her, you know? Um, and then another highlight as you travel with the team and you start to be able to take those pictures and you're getting in the community, right? Then you want to have a community highlight to showcase the actual team and family that we have here with Trinant, because so many people, they want that more than the money. They want to be able to go and get away with amazing people who are goal oriented and just have a good time, experience growth, and be with other women, right? So the highlights is a really great section to leverage. So those are the things that you need to start kind of building and planning for. Highlights are really easy to make once something is in your stories. So let's say you want to make this story right here a highlight. You go down to the bottom left, or I'm sorry, the bottom right corner, you click more, and then you click the highlight button, and it's going to ask you, do you want to create one? Or do you want to add to one that you already have? And you just create highlights that way. Super simple. And if you want it to look aesthetic on your profile, once it's created, all you do is you click on the highlight. And if you guys have questions, please message me as you're going through this. You click on the highlight, you click more, and then you click edit highlight right here. And this is how you can add like a different cover photo or call it a different name.
Okay,
Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
So for somebody, okay, so like me, who talks about the business a lot, do you
Yeah.
just go in there at the end of the day and put all those stories in your highlight, or is that like overkill, or
I would say because you do it so often and so consistently, so probably you're detailed and those details change depending on what you have going on month to month or lines of business, things like that. I would say you could keep it. You don't have to keep adding it if you've given like the gist of what you want to say, but as soon as something shifts, like maybe you've got more volume in a line of business, or maybe there's a sale going on, which we're going to find out about tomorrow, then I would go and kind of clean out the old and bring in the more refreshed versions of it.
okay, one more question. Okay, so do you recommend too? So like, do you have a highlight of like the upcoming opportunity call?
No,
Okay.
because I feel like people who are looking at highlights, they're like, I want it now. I don't want to sign up to wait for something. They're in there looking for immediate information. So in my highlights, I'll have ways for them to maybe fill out a form to grab the most recent presentation, or a call to action like message me keyword XYZ if you want to see the, moms making money from home opportunity that I just did. But I don't they want it now if they're stalking the highlights.
Okay.
And another good highlight is to have maybe a product highlight, what you use, why you use them, or some sort of Q&A. If you're getting questions all the time about the same things, right? Go and do a Q&A highlight. That way if somebody's asking like, girl, I talked about this in my Q&A section, jump right in there. It's like the third story and your question is answered right there. Save yourself time too.
So I ran into this problem today. I made a reel and I was very proud of it because I am a millennial. However, I am technologically challenged. So, with that being said, I made a reel in a day. I was super proud of it. However, I could not find, like, I saved it in my drafts. I had it how I wanted, but I could not, like, I uploaded it to like my profile, whatever, like in my posts, but I
Uh-huh.
could not figure out how to save it in its entirety, like in its form, like again, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. I could not figure out how to get it from there to like my story. And Amber has, and I just haven't asked her about it, but how do I do it? Because it was so frustrating because I clicked on so many things and it made me mad. But anyway, so
Okay, well, let me show you. So once your reel is posted, you go to the little airplane right here, click the airplane, and then it's going to say add to story right there. Does yours not say that?
oh, sorry, you fell down. Sorry. Anyway, yes, it does say that, but it like it shows it, but it only shows like 15 seconds of it. So you can,
Oh, so they're
yeah,
trying to give people a preview of it so they have to click it to go watch the full reel. That's what they're trying to do. So here's okay, so here's a little strategy that actually has been working. I've been testing it. So instead of just sharing it to profile, what I like to do is I like to put a little like picture before and say, listen, I'm about to share a reel. It's all about XYZ. You know, you're going to want to tap it to watch the full thing on my profile. And then when I share it, I'll put like a little tap here GIF over top of it, a little sticker. So that way people understand, like, oh, wow, that just cut off. I don't know what just happened. They're like, oh, tap here. And then it goes to your profile. So they watch the whole thing. And then they're more likely to engage because now they can see the caption and they can get like the full experience.
thank
Okay.
you. I felt stupid.
No, you're good. You're good. So that's the gist of like the prime and prep your profile. Now, when it comes to Instagram, you're posting in essentially two different places. You have posts, which those are meant to grow your profile. Those are meant to reach the most people. And then you have your stories. Your stories are meant to build relationship and trust with the people who are already following you. You're not going to get reach in your stories. You're just talking to the people who are already there watching. Your posts, you might go viral and get 100,000 new followers. Who knows? But your stories are the more intimate. You're here, we're connected, I'm talking to you. Now, when you're showing up in your Instagram stories, it should feel like you're FaceTiming a friend or you're group texting in your best friend text chat. It shouldn't feel like a commercial or anything like that. It should just feel like girlfriends chit-chatting, right? Obviously, it's a one-way conversation for you, but when people are watching it, they're going to feel that. And it feels good as they're watching your stories. When they feel like, oh, she's talking to me like I'm her best friend. I feel so special. I love this. Um, 3 things to make sure that you're doing daily in stories to convert, right? Because yes, we're in there to have fun and encourage and entertain and empower and blah, blah, blah. But 3 things to do every day to convert. Number 1, your talking head. And you don't have to create content or anything. Like if you watch my stories, yes, I am a creative. I can't help it. You do not have to do what I do. Your talking head is perfect, right? Your talking head include product supplements that you're using. It again, it doesn't have to be a commercial. Shoot, you can just be making something and casually kind of mention it, but really the whole story is about something entirely different. And people are still going to be like, wait a minute, what are you mixing up right there? What are you drinking? What does it do? Why are you drinking? Like it just, they get curious. But products should be present every day in your stories. Whether you want to do it Tina Joy Carroll style, you know what time it is. It's activate time, and she talks about activate every day. Same exact spiel every day, right? With a call to action, message me and I'll put your buggy together. And it works for her, right? Or you do it your way, but product should be present daily. Now, the third thing that you want to do every single day is use story stickers for engagement. Okay. The engagement story stickers include, let me just pull it up. Okay. They include the question box. If you put it in, here's a little hack right here. So let's say you're doing a story sticker and you're like, okay, I'm going to ask if they have any questions. You could say something like, ask me anything about the supplements that I use. Okay. And let's pretend not a soul answers. You can actually tap into your own stories and you can answer, or you can ask a question that you wished people would ask you, right? What is your favorite part of your Activate drink? Or, what about, like, how has Enriched helped you, before you eat your meals? You can go in and ask questions. And then when you go to answer, okay, so once you've answered your own question and you push up in your story, so when you have a question box, now I'll show you an example, because I had a question box today and not a soul has messaged a thing. So here's my question box. I am going to ask myself a question. Gosh, how are you just so darn beautiful? Send. Okay. Now, when I go to my own story, if I scroll up, I can see, oh, look, somebody asked me a question. And I can go and hit reply. And down here, I could say share response. And it shows up anonymous. So nobody knows I asked myself. So now I could come in here and be a talking head and be like, you are just the sweetest. Oh my gosh. Well, I have to attribute it mostly to my collagen that I've started taking, right? You can go in and answer your own question. Or you can even click the little A button. And it goes into creator mode if you don't want to do talking head. And you just take a picture of the black screen. And now you can just answer via text. You could just write out your answer, type it out. Oh my gosh, you're the sweetest. Yes, it's my collagen. You should try it. Okay. So you can answer your own story questions. So that is one story sticker that creates engagement. The other one is obviously polls, which you can have up to 4 options in your polls. Those are super easy because people just have to tap. Polls are probably the easiest one because it's not an open-ended question. You're just having them tap for their answer. And what happens when they tap? The algorithm sees that they are engaging with you. So now it's telling them, it sees that you have a relationship and your story is going to continue popping up more for that person, right? So the engagement will continue to increase the more you interact with each other. Another one that you can do is the slider button. So when you have the slider, somebody can just do they just drag their finger over. You can actually use this to do a scale 1 through 10. So what I like to do is I'll put a 1 and then a whole bunch of spaces. And then I'll put a 10. Okay. And then I come down here and I change the emoji to an arrow. So if you scroll over, there's the plus sign. I'll type an arrow. And now you can do hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your sleep at night? Or, how satisfied are you with your weight loss journey? And people can just drag it. So that's another really easy engagement one.
I even do that with Amber. She'll be like, ooh, everybody, this is everybody says this, especially about Tiny Tim. So, or have you been asking her about Tiny Tim?
Yes. You can also add links, right? Obviously, we know we can add our turnout links. However, the thing about adding links to your stories is you will never know who clicks it. I'm not saying don't. Sometimes I add links to my stories just for the people who don't want to talk to me. They just want the links, right? But mostly I just say, hey, message me DHS if you want this system, because I want them to message me so I know that they're interested, and now I'm writing down their name and I know I can follow up with them. Whereas if they're just clicking a link and then they decide, oh, I don't see the value in this, or it's more expensive than I thought it was, I'll never know and I can't follow up with them. So those are the main engagement stickers. So you want to be talking head each day, products are present each day, and you're using those engaging stickers. Okay. Now for your feed posts, this is where I'm going to kind of share what has been working well. That's super easy, and what's been working well, that's a little bit more complicated. But you have to remember the most important thing about Instagram is that it's something you can stay consistent with. Because when you're consistently showing up on the app, that's when it's going to start working for you. But if you decide today, I'm going all in and I'm posting 5 times a day and this is going to be amazing, I'm going to blow up. And then by like Thursday, you're like, I hate this. That's just not worth it, right? So for your feed posts, what works the best is Reels, carousel, meaning it's not just one picture, but it's a few pictures, right? And then longer video, and then posts, right, with just one picture. Instagram's goal is to have people watching your content from start to finish. And if it's like just a picture and they can easily scroll right past it, it's just not going to work as well. Now, I will say the one thing that has been working really well for me that is just a picture, and I have ChatGPT create these for me. So you'll see on my profile grid, like every few, I have kind of a pattern where there's these like funny millennial hormone health quotes. And the reason those work is because people share them. And it's easy to like, it's easy to share. So it's not necessarily bringing me a lot of conversations, but it's getting me a lot of likes on these posts. And then I can do my due diligence and go and see who's liking this. Let me go to their profile. Let me engage with them. Let me see if I can like develop a relationship out of this. So, you know, this one, for example, perimenopause is just my body testing how many symptoms I can ignore before losing my mind. Okay. 65 people commented, 4,300 liked it, 2.9 thousand shared it. Okay. So this got me in front of a whole big old audience of people who can relate to that kind of elder millennial humor hormone issue, just because I posted a funny quote, right? So if you think about, and I told Amber like funny homesteading stuff like that, so that way other homesteading mamas, they see it, they like it, they share it, which it goes to other mamas who relate, who are in the same thing. So if you kind of think about what could you do? Teacher humor, like there's all kinds of things you can do, and it doesn't even have to be humorous. But once you decide, okay, what could I really enjoy creating quotes about? Make ChatGPT do it for you then. I have a whole conversation with my chat and I'm like, it's just called funny memes. And I'm like, what are my memes for this week? And I need them to be good. And it will just give me a whole bunch of ideas and I'll pull from that. My brain does not do any of this. ChatGPT does. So that has helped me get a lot of reach on Instagram. What does it do on Facebook? Nothing. Nobody cares. On Instagram, though, it does really, really well. Now, the other things that are working well on Instagram, obviously Reels, and those can be intimidating, especially if you're just getting started. But here's what I want you to do to start to kind of understand how to curate content that's working is follow other creators who are also helping women in their wellness. It's okay to do that, right? Follow them, engage with them. It boosts the algorithm to say you are also in the wellness space. And it's going to show more people who are searching for that sort of thing your content, because you're showing up as a fellow creator, especially when you have your Instagram primed and prepped. That bio, the highlights, the content that you start creating using those keywords, metabolic health, gut health, hormone health. It's going to put you as a creator in that space. Now, I am an absolute content thief, not going to lie. When I see something that does really well, I screenshot the hook that was on the reel and the actual caption that was written, because let's be honest, this person got it from their ChatGPT too. And I go to my chat and I say, I'm about to send you a screenshot of this reel that I saw, and I want you to repurpose it for me and my offering and my products. And it will. So then all I do is I go find trending sound, take like an easy B-roll video, maybe of me making my clear protein or doing a workout or walking to get the kids from school. It really doesn't matter, right? B-roll doesn't matter. It could be anything. It could be you getting into your car. It could be anything. It could be of Tiny Tim, anything. And then you put in the hook, right, that your chat gives you, the repurposed caption. Obviously, you want to read it and make sure it's accurate and right. And if it's matching what you just saw that other creator doing really, really well with, like I look for creators that have thousands of comments of people wanting more information. And I'm like, okay, obviously this is working. Let me go use that. And so then I just have chat repurpose it and then I go post it. Okay. So you can have your chat really create content for you without a whole lot of effort. And and I don't want you to get into the habit of just scrolling, but give yourself a purposeful 10, 15 minutes to go look at the other creators that are doing well in our same industry, love bomb, comment, screenshot what's working well, and then go train your chat to produce content like that. Okay. Now, one thing that my ChatGPT did is I gave it was something about lymphatic drainage, which is it's a huge thing. I'm getting obsessed with it. And so it created me a post and it was like, okay, comment Lazy Girl lymphatic drainage guide if you want my free guide. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, I don't have a free guide. So why are you giving me this call to action? Like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get people to buy my supplement stack. So then I was like, but you know what? Okay, tell me what all is in this free guide. Like, write me up the free guide. And so then it did bullet points. Okay, just bullet points. And I was like, this looks pretty good, but I want you to write the whole entire thing. Like, I don't want to think, I want to copy and paste this into Canva and you write the whole thing. And it did. And let me tell you, then I repurposed the content that I saw. Then I had my free Lazy Girl lymphatic drainage guide to share. And within that guide, I hyped up our products a ton. Okay, a ton. And I put my link, I linked all of them. And that reel, because I used a trending audio, I used a hook and a caption that was already going viral that I saw someone else doing, and something that is in high demand, right? People want to know how to drain their lymphs and get rid of bloat and get on their vibration plate and do all the things. It went wild, like wild. Hundreds and hundreds of comments of people wanting this. Also, it's easy to say yes to something that's free. Very easy. Now, let me screen share really quick. I want to show you, because don't feel like it has to be a complicated like Canva PDF. Oh my gosh. Let me just show you. I did one that's called the Hormone Health Cheat Sheet. And I followed the same thing. I saw a post that was doing well. I screenshot it. I told Chat, I want to do something like this. Write me a hormone health cheat sheet. And it did. So all I did in Canva was I went and I just clicked. Am I screen sharing? No. Yes, there we go. I literally just clicked document. Nothing, no pictures, nothing. I opened up a document in ChatGPT or in Canva. I copied and pasted everything that ChatGPT generated for me. Okay. This is when I went and I did a little bit of work and I went and I grabbed the links to the products that I wanted to sell in here. So I told them how they're relevant to chat educated on how these different products are relevant to hormone health. And that's it. And this is my hormone health cheat sheet that I can now offer as a freebie in posts. It took 15 minutes to make. Okay. And now what you can do is you can have, like, you can use a Google form that's free. And you can have you can say, fill out, your name and email and your Instagram handle if you want me to send over my hormone cheat sheet or whatever it is that you create. And what's going to happen is you're going to populate all of these now leads that you have their name, their email, their Instagram handle, who are downloading your hormone cheat sheet. And guess what? When it comes around time where tomorrow, for example, when we understand what this sale is, you can go and grab all of those email addresses and send them an email and say, hey, good news. We have a huge sale that just kicked off. I know you had downloaded my hormone cheat sheet. Well, guess what? For her and all of our other supplements are XYZ sale now until May 31st. And you get in front of them. So this is just a really great, simple way to offer free value. And once somebody downloads something from you, it's just automatic more trust, right? Like once I click someone's link and I've purchased something that they have, recommended, or I download something that they've created, I'm already like, okay, I'm going to keep coming back here first before I go and try to find other people, because now, like, you're my person, like this is my aisle that I'm shopping, right? So you can kind of become that for people, and you can get as creative as you want with this, but also literally just telling ChatGPT and showing it. This person did this. This is going viral. How can we repurpose this to make it for me? And then if it's not giving you a cheat sheet, say, I would like to create a free cheat sheet or a free download for XYZ. Can you help me write this? And you keep telling it, do more or do less, or I don't like the language that you used, or make it more fun, or make it more professional, or, if you want it to be faith-based and insert like Bible verses and things like that, or you want it to be more humorous and casual, like it will literally, you keep tweaking it until you're like, I feel like I wrote this myself, but I know I'm not that good. Like, it's crazy how it will work for you. So creating reels where you're offering free downloads, another huge one. And taking what's working and repurposing it for yourself is a biggie. Okay, where did my notes just go? Before I go off the hinges on Instagram over here. Okay. Do you guys know how to find trending sounds? So Instagram has some really great insights. You do want to make sure that your account is set up as creator, because this is going to open up to a lot more insights and help from Instagram. So in order to get set up as a creator, you're going to go to the 3 lines up in the top corner, the hamburger. And then you'll go to Accounts Center, I believe. Let me make sure before I tell you wrong. Where is it?
I don't know. I was looking too, and mine's already set up that way. So maybe that it looks different for us.
Yeah. Account
Because I can see like creator tools and controls, but I don't see an option to turn creator off and on.
Well, somewhere in there, it should give you the option to go from a regular account to, it might say business or creator, but you want to turn that on because what it's going to do is it's going to give you insights. It's going to give you suggestions on content that's actually popular with other accounts similar to yours, which then you can go and that's content that you can get in there and repurpose for yourself. Oh, I just saw the question box too. Yes, Taylor, that would be great. What ChatGPT app does everyone prefer? I'm willing to pay for it. I just use like the OG ChatGPT. It looks like this.
It's the same one I use, and I do pay for the subscription, and it's worth every penny.
Agree. Same.
I haven't reached y'all's level yet, but just from using it the few times that I have like a whole week of stuff like for this week that I'm gonna like highlight and hit, and then I can go in every day and be like, okay, tomorrow is like, I don't know, tip Tuesday or whatever. So I can go in there and be like, hey, I want to create some tips and tricks that's gonna help a busy mama make sure she's got, I don't know, a high protein breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then you say, make this for me, and then X, Y, and Z, which I'm not like a guru or anything. I'm not like y'all. But
Listen,
using
I'm not
it,
a guru either. It's chat.
yes, you are. You are, yes. I swear, I'm gonna keep knocking my phone over because I get so excited. I'm like, it's Nicolette and it's Amber. But no, but to be honest, like if I actually, so something that we did accountability partners, and I told mine, I was like, go in there and tell your chat GPT, and y'all are gonna think I'm stupid when I say, well, I don't know if you think y'all don't, we're here together. It's a shared space. It's fine. We're not stupid. Anyway, um, I literally went on there and I was like, hi, I know you're not real, but you're gonna help me. And this is what I want, and this is who I am, and this is like how this works. So, and they were like, thank you so much, Christian. I will make sure everything I tailor to you does X, Y, and Z. So if anybody's out there and they're like, oh, I just feel weird using Chat GPT, no, do not. Talk to it like it's a person. If anybody ever remembers, I don't know, Ask Jeeves,
Yeah,
millennial, let's throw that
yes.
back. Yeah, that's what it's like. So,
And
so
that's
yeah.
true. Like if you literally sit down with it and act like it's your new virtual assistant and you need it to understand everything about you and all of your goals so that it can perform its best, that's all you do. Have a coffee date with it, tell it everything, and it will be the best time spent ever. And you can even, like, you're just talking about meal plans, you can offer a free high protein meal plan for busy moms. It will make it for you. You could even say, I want these meals to be done 15 minutes or less, budget friendly, don't include fish because no one's got time for that. Like, just however you want it, and it's going to spit it out and be perfect and amazing. So yeah, you can have your ChatGPT create your content plan for you as well, right? So once, you know what, I'm going to drop this in the chat too. So if you guys are going to Nashville, I am training for an hour on social media while we're there, all my tips and tricks and strategies and all the things. So I created this little guide on how to basically train your ChatGPT. So take this, have a coffee date with it, and then it's going to also tell you the different ways that you can use it. Like even when you update your bio and your highlights and everything, you can screenshot that, send it to chat and be like, can you give me a quick Instagram audit and tell me what you think about my bio? And it'll tell you if there's room for improvement. Like it's the best ever. So, okay. Other things that do well. So we talked about reels, we talked about shareable, relatable quotes, which that is the individual photo that will work well. But other than that, longer videos. You can post a video that's up to 15 minutes on Instagram as a post. Now, content that Instagram is favoring right now is the more just real, unedited vlog style content. So like, you know how we'll go live on Facebook and do an unboxing or something like that. Downloading a video like that and posting it, Instagram is liking that style content as well, which means less editing. You don't have to add all the words and text and things like you would a reel. So it's real simple, just longer form vlog style video. And then when it comes to carousels, just more than one picture. What's cool about a carousel is it's going to show the first picture in your post. And then it's actually going to show the second picture as well. Because it's trying to see like, oh, which one of these pictures are the people liking? So like when I'll look and I'll like, let's say Amber posted a carousel of Tiny Tim and I like that first one, or maybe I don't and I just see it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, there he is again. No, that's a different picture. I thought I just saw this, but no, it's just the second picture in the carousel. So you're kind of getting more views from the same post when you have more than one picture in the post. So carousels are great. And again, like when it comes to captions and things like that, chat will create it for you. Now, Instagram does kind of have a little bit of an algorithm detector where it's trying to detect what captions are ChatGPT. So if yours sounds very robotic and it's got too many of the bullets and things in there, just make it sound more like a post that you've written up versus, just copy and paste it right in there. Just tweak it a little bit so it doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like you. Although chat can sound exactly like you, but you know what I'm saying? Even just the format of it, try to make it like you just texted your best friend rather than crafted a post. Okay. Well, any questions so far?
Okay, y'all can always count on me to talk. I'm sorry. I try so hard. I'm sorry. No, like it's so bad. I try really hard to like shut up. Like, and I just can't because I have all the questions. But number one, everything that you said makes absolute sense because I have, so talk about stalking people with content. I definitely stalk you and Amber just because I can and because I want to. But I was literally like, how in the heck is Nicolette making all of these free downloads? And I'm like, this is absolutely insane. Which, to be fair, this is how this and with Amber, this is how you make your money.
Yeah.
This is for me. It's not at the level that it is for y'all. However, I will strive to get there one day. So I will say that, and I'm just going to leave that open ended because I don't want y'all to say anything to me. So anyway, but I'm leaving that open ended. So, but that makes so much sense because Amber did an excellent job, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna speak for everybody. Amber did an excellent job of saying, tell your chat GPT what you want it to do. And this explains why you tell it what you want it to do. But the fact that you create the value, I come from a sales background. I've done over the phone sales, customer service, face to face. I sold security systems to people halfway across the country just because of my Southern accent. So having this create content, but the fact that you free downloads is what really like gets me because we all want to be right now. Well, I don't want to say we all. I would like to be an influencer that wants to help mamas. They want to help mamas. They want to help women. They want to help people who, because I watched my mom and she did not take care of herself. So that's part of the reason why, like, I'm very passionate about my health and wellness, which also, side note, I probably should tell my chat GPT that. But anyway, um, knowing that that's how the content was created takes a lot of load off of me. I don't know if it does for any other person working, but again, I have a big mouth and I'm just going to say it, but that takes a load off of me. Like, I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I'm not doing the things that need to be done. I just need to embrace what's working and like run with it. And I hope everybody who's on this call feels the same way because it's not reinventing the wheel, it's just presenting it in a different way. So I love that, along with the fact that you said this is stupid, which yeah. But anyway, the carousel thing makes so much sense because I'm like, why is like half of one picture showing and then like the other half of the other picture showing? I don't understand. So I didn't know that that was what the carousel was called. But I also, in the same call, want to encourage all of us, like, find what our niches are and like what's working along with what's trending to figure out what works for you. For example, Amber is not very wordy. You are. And there's a very different, there's a huge difference in like the audience that y'all attract. And I love that because it's so vastly different, but it's still the same goal, still the
Mhm.
same end goal. So I don't know. For me, I know I'm going to be looking at I'm going to be taking stock of my life. Like when I wake up at 5:30 tomorrow, Lord willing, I'm gonna wake up at 5:30, but I'm gonna write down like things that I want to relate to other people on, things that I would like to convey to other people, and then things that I want to improve upon to kind of have a game plan of what to look for when it comes to content. Because like we can go on here and we can look at content. Like my husband sends me funny reels all the time, but I don't want to necessarily duplicate them.
Right.
However, we want to generate the same kind of content that we are wanting to duplicate, reciprocate, and cultivate. I don't know if
Mhm.
that makes sense, but so
Yeah, no, that totally does. I think Amber said she had one.
Yes, I do. I have actually two questions. One, everything you post on Instagram, do you toggle it to Facebook or is the content you put on Facebook different?
I am putting it over on Facebook.
Okay. And then, so back to like ChatGPT, and when you get him to create things for you. So let's say you asked him for 7 days of funny memes. I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before. Is there not a way to like save that within ChatGPT?
Yeah, so I mean, you could just scroll back up, like it'll save in the conversation,
Right,
and
but I'm like, it takes me a while to get him where I need him. Like I have to give him a lot of feedback. And so
oh
then
yeah,
I'm
that
scrolling
stays
forever.
downloaded. That stays downloaded. He just keeps getting
Right.
smarter.
Okay, but like let's say on Friday, I'm like, okay, let me go see what he said on Monday.
Mhm.
Is there a way to easily find that? Or are you
yes,
just asking about GPT and putting it somewhere?
ask him to create you a PDF of what like so for me today because I change stuff constantly. I asked him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like
No, go ahead.
interject, but no, I'm sorry. I just got really excited because this is something I did today. He asked me, "Do you want me to create you a PDF of like all of everything that I told you?" I don't know if this answers your question or not, Amber, but like he said, "Do you want me to give you a PDF of like X, Y, and Z? So that way I can save it. So that way I don't have to worry about having my chat GPT opened so I can like have it to refer back to." Again, I don't know if that's the same thing, but
That might work. I'll try and see.
Another thing that I'll do too is, especially when I'm like trying to create a PDF or something, I'll say something like, "Hey, can you just?" We were talking because we'll get into a conversation, and then 2 weeks later, I remember, oh yeah, I never finished that. So I'll say something like, "Hey, can you repopulate everything that we had chatted about regarding the hormone health cheat sheet PDF?" And he'll respew it right back out.
Okay.
There's also a library in GPT. If you click on the left-hand side, where you can have all of your like list of your different places in the top right there, it'll say library, and it
Uh,
saves everything that he's created for you. So
yeah.
any Canva templates he's done, PDFs, anything, got you right there. And if you pay for it, it's unlimited. If you have it for free, you have a limited source. But if you pay for it, you're all
I see
good.
the library, but all it has is like the images he's created. It doesn't have
Oh, you're
the,
wanting the okay, I got you.
yeah. Oh gosh. And then I'm scared I'm going to click something wrong and lose it. Okay. I think the PDF's going to work. Carry on, Nick. Carry on.
Well, I think that was pretty much everything that I had for today. Really leveraging your chat, priming and prepping that IG,
Hey,
repurposing reels that
did I
are,
miss the link in your bio when I was cat chasing?
oh, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go back and grab it.
I did. What did I? Yeah. So link in bio. Do we want to dive a little bit deeper in there? I think I just said to have it. I don't think I talked about what all to put in there.
Okay. Who needs help creating a link in their bio? Oh, no, we're not going to hold you over an hour, Nick. I will,
Well, I'll show you. Okay, so let me just, I'm gonna send, I don't want to send mine because it'll probably feel too complicated because I
it
use it
will feel
on
too
the website.
complicated.
But so what you can put, and you can use a free link in bio thing like Linktree or, there's a whole bunch of free ones. You just type link in bio in Google and some will pop up. But my first link is shoppable carts. So when somebody clicks that, it's going to bring them to a whole bunch of links that have shoppable carts I've put together of Trinont products. I think another one that's important to have, obviously that one because people don't want to talk, they just want to find the link. There it is. Another one that's important to have is I've got a couple of free resources in there, but oh geez, I don't even have mine in here anymore. I must have taken it off. Have a free health assessment. And when people, I link mine in stories all the time. Hey, have you been watching and you're not really sure what the heck you need? Fill out my free health assessment. And I'm going to put together a health and wellness proposal for you and email it over. I'll link mine in the chat really quick so you could just copy it.
Hey, I
But
was gonna say for that chat GPT thing too, guys, I sent pictures of how to get to it, but Amber, where you just see your PDFs if you click on that PDF that you remember like you were talking in that chat about, at the top it says go to chat and it will show you everything that you like talked about on the day that they created that PDF.
Oh, that's good too.
I use ChatGPT all the time, more for like my boyfriend's in school for golf, and so we use it for like his discussions and all that stuff. So that way, we don't have to use our brain. But cheat work. It's fine.
No, that's awesome. Like I like hearing across all platforms.
I mean,
It's helpful.
I help my kids with school sometimes too, because I don't know what they're doing. They don't do the same things we used to do. So it's like I'll just put it in ChatGPT and be like, teach me how to do this.
No,
So then I can
listen.
show them how to do it.
My daughter bringing home fifth grade like long division, but you can't do it the way that we used to. You have to do it all these weird. I literally took a picture of her homework sheet and I was like, "Chat,
Yep.
help me," and it's dead.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and you can only so like you can only do that with a paid version, I guess, like the pictures so many times or whatever.